Hello there and welcome. This channel is called Human Reaction, and I think it's the one thing we do have in our hands is our own reaction to life. That is why you are autonomous and you are also free and you are also responsible. So I titled this video Psychology because I wanted to just draw out the difference between a psychological therapeutic process and a somatic therapeutic process. Psychology, psychoanalysis is the study of what's happening in your brain. No, that's wrong. That's neurology. What is psychology? I think psychology are the stories inside your brain. The emotional experience you have of your reality on the outside, the past stories that you went through that are shaping and driving your life. The psychology, the narratives that you use to understand things, to choose things, and to live by. You see a psychologist, you will try to uncover the stories that you practically went through that have caused damage and trauma inside of you, disabling you from living. And one can change those narratives. You can go through a process of unpacking them, understanding. If one understands something, you lessen the pain. If you have comprehension for where things come from and why you react in a certain way psychologically, there is an ease to the pain. If you are not happy with your weight, you go to a dietitian. So you uncover what it is that you're eating and you prefer something else. Psychological process, you uncover what you've been telling yourself, what you have literally experienced, but how to frame those in a different way so you can have a better future. So you change the intake of your food, you change the intake of the stories in your mind, and so you address your life. Somatic therapy is looking and uncovering your somatic habits. So your somatic habits are also unconscious, like your psychology and maybe your eating habits. So you want to become conscious of your somatic habits and you want to realize where you are holding unnecessary tension. Tension sometimes correlates with psychology because you've got tension stuck inside of your body that are connected to narratives that are psychological inside your head, and these two support each other and keep you trapped and dying inside yourself. You uncover the psychology, you deconstruct it, you give yourself a new narrative and you liberate yourself. Sometimes it doesn't work and you go to alternative therapies like somatic therapy and you uncover where you are holding and where you're stuck inside your body and you stop. You deconstruct that and you soften it and you allow somatically your body to get to a place again where it is neutral and free from clogging narratives and clogging tension, and you are able to live autonomously, more autonomously. You're always going to have a flow of who you are coming through you and trying to get through to the other side. And the things that block this free expression of who you are, which the whole world needs because we want to see you, we want to have you, the things that block that are psychological narratives that steal from you. They're somatic, traumatic patterns that are stuck inside your body. They are you eating too many fried chips. I don't think so bad. But so somatic therapy is an intimate, difficult process. A process of being exposed. If you're an Alexander technique teacher, you're exposed by their hands. So their hands act like mirrors, like the psychologist mirrors back to your narratives that you're telling him. That's how he deconstructs it. And a somatic therapist lays hands on you, like in the good old biblical days, and that mirroring makes you become aware of your somatic self. And the teacher helps you to let go where you have to let go, and teaches you how to use your conscious brain to connect with your body and say, I notice I'm holding here. I can stop. I can think of a free neck, a head going forward and up. I allow my back to lengthen and widen. I allow my hips to be free and my knees to go forward and away. Somatic repatterning, you do in a time that you set aside for that. It's like doing psychology work or morning pages. It's a time of stopping and a time of being quiet so that you can hear and see yourself. And when you go to therapy, somatic therapy, it's a place of being quiet and discovery, undoing, and re-education. Nice thing though, same as psychology, I do believe, and somatic therapy, I think any therapy, is it's not there to superimpose something on you. It's there to take things away so that you, this natural, oozing, amazing self, can be, and come forth like a flower. I don't really see it, there is a flower. Like a flower, we are meant to bloom and grow. So we want to get rid of the things that hold us back, which are usually lies, constraint, rigidity, unenthusiasm, no tension at all, which is like having no anxiety, which means you walk across the street and you get knocked over by a bus. We don't want no anxiety and we don't want no tension, but we want tension sustaining and allowing you to be and happen. And so perhaps stumble upon some intimacy and some satisfaction. Be that intimacy with your guitar, or with your food that you're eating, or with your creation that you're making, or with your business that you're pouring yourself into. The intimacy, which is you purely connecting with your business, purely satisfies you just as much as jumping in the bed with someone. Purely intimacy satisfies you. So there is much satisfaction to be had when one can get rid of the obstacles between you and the story. Thank you for listening. For me, this word is the slow process of deconstructing the superimposed things on us, as well as the courage to live out that which has not yet come, but which has always been there, that needs to come through and be and live and flourish. More and more. So it's always twofold. Must get rid of the bad, must grow the good. Bad and good, not really good words to describe the story. It's more about alive and living, which includes death and difficult times, and growing. Making shade for other people and giving fruits for people that are hungry and nests for birds. Does that make any sense? Sometimes I talk in a way that makes me sound as though I don't take anything seriously, but the truth is I take it way too seriously, and so sometimes I have to sound a little more light. The thin line is too serious to be taken seriously, because I can assure you it's thinner than you think, and you are falling off of it most of the time. So we don't want to think about that. You don't want to think about how thin the line is, but you do want to realize you're on a line, and the more you can walk on it, the better it's going to get. Happy days.